what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they live in separate.
So it appears that things are not going well between Beyoncé and Jay-Z, because rumors have been circulating for a while that she filed for divorce and is actually divorcing him this time. The details of this divorce are even messier than we initially thought, as it turns out that before Beyoncé filed for divorce, she gave Jay-Z some very strict rules to follow after he cheated on her. She made it clear to him that he would have to follow those rules, or she would pack up and leave, with the kids, which would make things even worse. Until the details of Diddy's arrest began to surface, Beyoncé had no idea what he was up to with Diddy. In fact, a source close to Beyoncé's camp claimed that Diddy's arrest had caused some drama between Jay and Beyoncé, and that she wanted a divorce. After learning about his relationship with Diddy, when the details surfaced, she didn't win any parts, and the team was staffed by a lawyer and a well-known Twitter page. When they tweeted a 2 for today for Jay-Z, he met with a criminal defense attorney and a divorce attorney. And even aside from the divorce, it looked like Jay was also worried about possibly getting incriminated. And that's allegedly why he met with the defense attorney too, to make matters even worse. The messy YouTube blogger Storm Monroe also got on his podcast and reveals that he had some inside tea about Beyoncé preparing herself for Jay's downfall. According to Storm, his source told him that this divorce is the reason why Beyoncé been pushing out so many projects she trying to stack up as much money as she can before it all goes down, allegedly.
And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out, and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyoncé divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah." Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyoncé is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
And many people think so because Beyoncé has been working 3 times as hard in recent months and abruptly went from taking a break to launching her own clothing line with Adidas, which has been canceled due to poor sales, released a hair album in 2022, embarked on a global tour in 2023, and released her own film in the same year. I don't know about you, but Beyoncé has rushed to release so many projects in such a short period of time that people believe the reason she's putting all this stuff out is because something big is about to happen that will make people side-eye her. And get this, y'all. Just a few weeks ago, Caroline released another album in 24 that was released at Tequila Brand in 242. She also performed at the halftime show and is reportedly getting ready for another stadium tour this year. Miss Tina Enos, Beyoncé's mother, stoked the divorce rumors when she decided to support Jay's exposure on Instagram by liking a post about the lawsuit. What's worse is that she didn't even try to limit the damage by using the excuse that she got hacked. She meant it and didn't even bother to explain herself. People at the time speculated that Miss Tina was celebrating Jay's arrest because he allegedly tricked Beyoncé into dating him when she was only 16, and he was approaching 30. In fact, it was rumored that even before Jay laid eyes on Beyoncé, he was allegedly having an affair with Foxy Brown when she was just 15 years old, giving her an STD and forcing her to end her pregnancy.
Foxy deaf. She deaf because she had the syphilis because she never got on a venereal disease treated. Y'all should go back and talk to all of the she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them.
Following this said relationship with Foxy, he pursued Beyoncé when she was just 16 and made a pass on her. It seems that they were just acquaintances at first, but once she became 18, he intensified his approaches and eventually entered into a relationship with her. Beyoncé had no social life growing up because she was focused on her career from the time she was a teenager. She only had one boyfriend in high school, and people assumed that this is why she stayed after Jay cheated on her. He is the only man She has ever known since she was 18, and she has a whole family with him. She has never experienced what it's like to be a woman of her own without him in the picture.
Same. Like how? I feel like she never got to experience life with the different types of people, and the fact that he was so old, low-key, I feel like the only way she expresses herself is through her music.
A few days ago, a source came out and revealed that Beyoncé was actually ready to leave Jay when he cheated, but she changed her mind and decided to stay with him under certain conditions. It seems that she laid out some rules for him to follow if he wanted to stay married to her. And of course, he agreed to them because he didn't want to lose Beyoncé. This is another reason why people think that Beyoncé probably couldn't bring herself to leave Jay when he cheated, because she was accustomed to him being in her life. The source said Jay's ultimately very grateful that she didn't give up on him back in the day, the insider alleged, so he shows his respect by following her rules. He used to go out with the boys all the time, but that's off limits, and Beyoncé doesn't. Like him having one-on-ones with his female talent, the source who spoke to In Touch Weekly said Jay-Z and Beyoncé go to therapy and prioritize date nights to reconnect as a couple. They work hard to make their marriage work, and they're in a healthier place since Beyoncé put foot down. However, it's evident that these regulations weren't enough to keep that man out of trouble because, after the Diddy scandal surfaced, Beyoncé allegedly discovered some things she didn't know and now wants a divorce. Some people believe Beyoncé knew everything and is merely trying to hide it. But of course, this is all conjecture, so we'll just have to wait for it to be verified. As usual, everyone had their own opinions about this. However, I'd like to know what you think about Beyoncé supposedly leaving Jay-Z and whether you believe she is innocent. Please share your comments in the space provided below, and don't forget to click here to view this other really video.